Hello, welcome once again to SMNOF Online Math. In this video, we are going to discuss the theory question of Part A that came out in Waec 2015. So listen and enjoy with me. Okay, so in that 2015 Waec past question, we have the number one question as this. So we are asked to simplify this without using mathematical tables or calculator. So look at what we have here, and we are asked to simplify this. It's quite simple to do that once you know your board mass. Once you know your board mass, simplifying fractions like this is always simple. This is bracket of division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. Okay, which means we have to do the bracket first. And the item I have in the bracket is 5 1 over 3 minus 2 3 over 4. Okay, now you have to find the LCM of 3 and 4. And the LCM of 3 and 4 will give us 12. Then 12 divided by 3 should give us what? To give us 4, and 4 times 1 is 4. The operation here is minus. 12 divided by 4 is 3, and 3 times 3 is 9. Of course, we have whole numbers here. The whole numbers are 5 and 2. So 5 whole number minus 2 whole number is giving us 3 whole numbers. Okay, but unfortunately here we are having 4 minus 3. And you know that we cannot take away 9 from 4. Because of that, we have to borrow 1. When we borrow 1, our whole number, which is 3, will now reduce to 2. Okay? But anything I'm borrowing, I will call it my denominator. Even though it is 1 that I'm borrowing, but that 1 I'm borrowing will be called my denominator. So I'm just taking away 12. That 12 should be added to 4. It becomes 16 minus 9 all over 12. This gives me 2 whole number. 16 minus 9 should be 7 all over 12. So altogether, this is what we are now having. I will now use this 2 whole number, 7 over 12, to replace 5 whole number, 1 over 3. So we're now having 3 whole number, 4 over 9, divided by 2 whole number, 7 over 12, then plus 5 whole number, 9 over 10. Again, you must still follow board mass. You have to divide before you now add. Division before addition. So I'm now going to divide the 3 whole number, 4 over 9, divided by 2 whole number, 7 over 12. But it's not that easy to divide mixed fractions without changing them to improper fraction. So I've got to change all these to improper fractions. I will now have 9 times 3 is 27. Plus 4, this is 31 over 9, divided by 12 times 2 is 24, plus 7 should be 31 all over 12. And when you have this operation division, you have to change it to multiplication. And because you have changed it to multiplication, the next fraction will be turned upside down. So I will now be having 12 all over 31. Then 31 cancel 31. 3 can go here, 3 is 3, 3 here is 4. So I'm just having 3 over 4 over 3, 4 over 3. Then that 4 over 3 should be added to 5 whole number, 9 over 10. Then plus 5 whole number, 9. We'll have 5 whole number, 9 all over 10. So this one has is still an improper fraction. I can change it to mixed by reducing it to 1 whole number, 1 over 3. Because 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1, you still get back your 4 over 3. Then plus 5 whole number, 9 all over 10. So whole number plus whole number will give me 6 whole number. The LCM of 3 and 10 should be 30. 30 divided 3 is 10. 10 times 1 is 10 plus 30 divided 10 is 3. 3 times 9 is 27. Altogether, we shall have 6 whole number, 37 over 30. But we should not leave it like this, because a mixed fraction contains a whole number and a proper fraction. but this 37 over 30 is still another improper fraction. So I've got to reduce it again to 6 whole number plus 37 over 30 will give us 1 whole number 7 over 30, because 30 plus 1 is 30 times 1 is 30 plus 7 37. So 6 plus 1 is now 7 whole number 7 over 30. So this is now the answer to this without using any calculator or mathematical table. So let's take the next question in that.
Hey there. Subscribe to my channel. And also press this bell icon.
Okay, so let's continue with question number 1b. The question goes to us, it's telling us that a number is selected at random from each of the sets 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 3, and 5. And the question now says, find the probability that the sum of the two numbers is greater than 3 and less than 5. Before you can tackle this question, you have to draw the probability table. So let's have a table like this to see the combo. Okay, so let's have that this is the first set, and this is the second set, for instance. So and we are talking about sum here, and the first set is 2, 3, and 4. While the second set is 1, 3, and 5. Okay, so we are talking about sum, that the sum. So let's add the two numbers. So here 1 plus 2 is just 3. 1 plus 4, 1 plus 3 is 4. 1 plus 4 is giving us 5. 3 plus 2 is 5. 3 plus 3 is 6. 3 plus 4 is 7. 5 plus 2 is still 7. 5 plus 3 is 8. And 5 plus 4 will give us 9. So now, all these items here are the sample space. So the sample spaces we now be 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, and the 9. These are the sample spaces we are having here. So they said find the probability that the sum of the two numbers is greater than 3 and less than 7. So let us circle any number we know that is greater than 3 but less than 7. 4 is greater than 3, it is less than 7. 5 is greater than 3, it is less than 7. 5 is still greater than 3, it is less than 7. 6 is greater than 3, it is less than 7. Well, 7 is not less than 7. This is not less than 7, not less than 7, not less than 7. So the numbers we are going to select are 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you know that probability, or required probability, will just be 1, 2, 3, 4 over total at the sample space, which are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So the answer is just 4 over 9. That's how to tackle questions like this. Okay, question number 2a. It says solve the inequality 4 plus 3 over 4 into x plus 2 is less than or equal to 3 over 8x plus 1. To solve this, let's write this appropriately. We can call this 4 plus 3 into x plus 2 all over 4 less than or equal to, this can be written as 3x over 8 plus 1. You know that some of the terms in this inequality are all fraction. So to jettison or to do away with the fraction, you have to multiply everything here by the LCM of the denominators. And the denominators I have here are 4 and 8. So the LCM of 4 and 8 is just 8. So I've got to multiply everything here by 8. So I will now say 8 will multiply 4 plus 8 will multiply 3 into x plus 2 all over 4 less than or equal to 8 we multiply 3x over 8 plus 8 we multiply 1. The essence of multiplying through by the LCM, which is 8, is to clear the fractions. Okay? So now 8 times 4 will give us 32 plus this cancels out. I'm left with 2. So 2 times 3 is 6 into x plus 2 less than or equal to 8 cancels 8. So I'm having 3x. 8 times 1 is just 8. So let's open the bracket at this juncture. We have 32 plus 6 times x is 6x. 6 times 2 is just 12. Less than or equal to 3x plus 8. Okay, now 32 plus 12 is giving us 44. Okay, plus 6x less than or equal to 3x plus 8. Collect like terms. The x will come to meet x, while the number will move away here to meet the number. So we have 6x, 3 coming here is minus 3x, less than or equal to 8 minus 44. Okay, remember when you move from one side to the other, the sign changes. This minus this is giving us 3x, less than or equal to 8 minus 44 is giving us minus 36. Okay, so I will divide both sides by 3. Therefore, x is less than or equal to minus 36 divided by 3. When I divide, I'll have that x is less than or equal to minus 12. And that's the answer. So let's take the equation 2b. 2b. So it says the diagram shows a rectangle PQRS from which a square of side XCM has been cut off. So they cut off this small square here. Okay, look at the square that is cut off. So they told us that the area of the shaded portion is 484. This shaded portion is 484. That we should find the value of x. Okay, now the value of x is part of the length of the squares. And to get the area of the shaded portion, it means the area of the complete rectangle minus the area of the square that is cut off. Okay, so now required area implies area of rectangle, which is length times breadth, minus area of the square, which is length squared. That gives us the total area of 484. Okay, so this is what we are required to do here. The length of this rectangle, the length is from here to here, and opposite sides are equal. If here is x, here is x. So the total length of the rectangle is 10 plus x plus 10, and 10 plus 10 is 20. So length is now 20 plus x. Okay, multiply by the breadth. The breadth is 20 minus length of the square squared, which is x squared, equals 484. So let us open the bracket. 20 times 20 is 400. 20 times x is 20x minus x squared equals 484. Okay, so let's rearrange. We now have minus x squared plus 20x. This is plus 400. 484 coming inside is minus 8484. Minus 484. So nothing is left here because we have moved this. So here is left with 0. So we now have it as negative x squared plus 20x. 400 minus 484 give us minus 84 equals 0. So to factorize this quadratic equation, I use this term here to multiply negative 84. So it will give me negative positive 84x power of 2. So what two terms will I use to multiply to get this value? When I add, I'll get plus 20. You will see that the values must be 14x and 6x, in the sense that 14x times 6x will give us plus 84x squared, and 14x plus 6x will give us 20x. So when we times this, we are getting this value, and when we add, we are getting this value. So I will now use 4x and 6x to represent 20x. So we shall have minus x squared plus 14x plus 6x minus 84 equals 0. So let's factorize. Considering these first two terms, the common factor there is, let's take x out. Negative x squared divided by negative x is just x. 14x divided by minus x is minus 14. Plus 6. 6 is the common factor here. This divide this will give us x. Minus 84 by 6 is minus 14. Equals 0. Okay, now factorize. Since x minus 14 is common, we've got to factorize it out. So we have x minus 14. When I take away x minus 14 this side, I'm left with minus x plus 6 equals 0. Okay. Now, when two terms are multiplying each other to give 0, you suspect that either one of the terms is 0 or both of them are 0. So either x minus 14 is 0. Solving for x, shall have x as 14 centimeter, or minus x plus 6 is 0. Minus x is minus 6, cancelling minus, so x is also 6 centimeter. So there could be two values for this length x. It's either that it's 6 or it is 14. And you can see that when you plug it in back in this shape here, you will get the same answer. It will balance. This 484 can be obtained again. So let us take question number. The ratio of the interior angle to the exterior angle of a regular polygon is 5:2. Find the number of sides of the polygon. Remember, a regular polygon implies that all the sides and angles are equal in length. So you should know that the interior sum of, let's write solution, sum of interior angles of a polygon equals n minus 2 into 180 degrees, or 2n minus 4 right angles, and the sum of exterior angles of a polygon is just 360 degrees. So we are told that the ratio of the interior to the exterior, ratio means a fraction. So I can write n minus 2 into 180 over 360. That is interior to exterior. They say that the ratio is 5/2. Equals 5/2. So you cross multiply. But before I do that, if I want to overcome this challenge, I'll just say 0 cancel 0 to reduce it. Even 18 can kill itself to 1. Dividing 36, we have 2. So we just have n minus 2/2 equals 5/2. If you like, you can just say 2 cancel 2, but to avoid confusion, let me make it better. So I can write that n minus 2/2 equals 5/2. If I were you, you can either say cross multiply, but you're wasting your time. Okay? Just say, since they're the same number, cancel out. You now have n minus 2 is equal to 5. Solving for n, minus 2 we cross over, changes to plus, so we have 5 plus 2. And when you have 5, you add 5 and 2, you are getting 7 sides. So the polygon in question here is having a 7 sides. And when the polygon has 7 sides, it's called a heptagon. So you should know that the polygon is a regular heptagon because it's having okay, so let's take up the third question 3b, which is saying that we should find the value of angle PRS. O is the center of a circle, so angle PRS. So the required angle we are looking for is this angle here. This is the angle we want to get. But I call this topic circle theorem. Some have eyes but they cannot see. One thing is learning the theorem, 2 is applying the theorem in problem solving, and 3 being critical enough to reason out what is going on there. Okay, so let's analyze this and solve it. Remember that this is a straight line. An angle on a straight line is 180 degrees. So if I want to get the angle here, I'll just subtract 74 from 180 degrees. So the angle here will now be 106, such that if I add both of them, I'm getting 180 degrees. But the total angle here, the total angle at R, so I can say angle SRQ, the total angle here, SRQ, equals 180 degrees minus 106 degrees, which will give me 74 degrees. What's the reason? When you have a cyclic quadrilateral, the quadrilateral is a shape with 4 sides. When you see that all the vertices of the quadrilateral are touching the circumference of the circle, you know it's a cyclic quadrilateral. And opposite angles of every cyclic quadrilateral are supplementary. That is, they sum to 180 degrees. And this angle at R here will be 180 minus 106, which I'm having here. Reason, opposite angles of cyclic quadrilateral. Okay, so I've got here at 74 degrees, the total angle here. Also, if here is 68, is a straight line also. Here should be 112. Okay, because 68 plus 112 give me 180 degrees, angle on a straight line. Also, the total angle at S will be 180 minus 112. They are still opposite angles of cyclic quadrilateral. So angle PSR will be 180 degrees minus 112 degrees, which is 68 degrees. Raising again, opposite angles of cyclic quadrilateral. Okay, so this total angle here is also 68. So let's say 68 degrees, and the total angle here is also 78 degrees. Oh, there is another theorem. Any angle here, 78 or 74, sorry. So you see that this angle and this angle are the same. Why this angle and this angle are the same? You can still take it up again, alternate segment, to be faster. Okay. Now, having got that, remember we are looking for angle PSR, which is this angle here. So how do we get it? How do we get this angle? Now, but you know that the total angle here is 68, when we have known that some part of it is 40. So the small angle here alone, this particular place alone, will just be 68 minus 40. That is angle PSQ. Angle PSQ is just 68 degrees minus 40 degrees. That is 28 degrees. So the angle here is 28 degrees. Again, there is what we call angle in the same segment. This is a chord. This is a chord. Okay? So every angle here are in the same segment. So the angle 28 and the angle that is here, that is angle PRQ, will also be equal, 28 degrees. They are in the same segment. So angle PRQ equals 28 degrees. Reason, angle in the same segment. Okay, but look at the angle we are looking for, PRS, PR and S, which is this small angle here. And we have known that this part is 28 degrees from angle in the same segment. To get the angle here, I'll remove 28 plus 74 degrees. So therefore, the required angle PRS will just be 74 degrees minus 28 degrees. What will it give us? Okay, around 36 degrees, 46 degrees. Because when you add 46 to 20, you are getting 74 degrees. So let's take up the next question.
Hey there. Subscribe to my channel. and also press this bell icon.
Okay, finally we are going to conclude with this question number 4 in this episode. We expect more episodes from time to time. Okay, so let's see question number 4a. It says, by how much is the sum of 3 whole number 2 over 3 and 2 whole number 1 over 5 less than 7? Okay, first of all, let us get these two values, the sum of these two numbers, before we can answer the question. So, solution. The sum of this and this, let's add up. When you have 3 whole number 2 over 3 and 2 whole number 1 over 5, whole number plus whole number gives us 5. That is 3 plus 2 is giving us 5. The LCM of 3 and 5 here is 15, of course. Now 15 divided by 3 is 5. And 5 times 2 is 10 plus 15 divided by 5 is 3. And 3 times 1 will give us 3. Okay, so at the end of the day we shall have 5 whole number 13 over 15. That is the sum of 3 whole number 2 over 3 and 2 whole number 1 over 5. And they say, by how much is the sum of this less than this? So the sum of this is less than 7 by 7 whole number minus 5 whole number 13 over 15. Okay, now how do we do this? You cannot just come and say 7 minus 5 and write 2 is wrong. So what I want you to do is look at the trick you have to use to overcome this. You can call this 7 whole number 0 over 0. Okay? Or if you don't want that, just say, because 0 over 0 is undefined. See what you have to do for me here. Call it 7 whole number 0 over 15. So that they can have common denominators. Because 0 over 15 will still give me 0. And 0 plus 7 is still 7. I have not changed the value of 7. Now, whole number minus whole number will give us 7 minus 5, which is equivalent to 2. LCM of 15 and 15 is just still 15. 15 divided 15 is 1. 1 times 0 is 0. Minus. 15 divided 15 is 1. 1 times 13 is 13. Now, you see that 0 cannot minus 13. Because of that, I will borrow from my whole number. So my whole number of 2 will reduce to 1. And now, since 0 cannot minus 13 and I'm borrowing, whatever I borrow, I will call it my denominator. If my denominator is 10, I will call it 10. If it is 20, I will call it 20. But since my denominator is 15, that one I'm borrowing from 2 will be called 15. So 15 plus 0 is 15. So I'll just have 15 minus 13 all over 15. So at the end of the day, the answer becomes one whole number. 15 minus 13 will give me 2 all over 15. So this is the required value from this particular question. Okay, so let's go to question number 4b. 4b says the height, Hg meters, that's its meters, not Hgm, of a dock above sea level is given by. So let's clean up this so that we'll see a space we shall solve question number 4b. Okay, so the height, Hg meter of a dock above a sea level is given by H. So let's start. Solution, we have H equals 6 plus 4 cos 15p. Okay, so question I says we should find the value of H when p is 4. So let us plug in 4 for the value of p in this equation. We have H equals 6 plus 4 cos 15 times ICP, I'll put 4. This is equivalent to H equals 6 plus 4 cos 60. Because 15 times 4 will give us 60. You see, now you use your calculator to get the value of cos 60 as around 0.5, I think, cos 60. Let's check. Okay, cos 60 should be 0.5. Okay, so H is equal to 6 plus 4 into 0.5 or 1 over 2 as the value of cos 60. So h will give us 6 plus 4 times 0.5 is 2. And when you add up, you are going to get 8 meters. So h, the height is 8 meters when p, when h is equal to, when p is equal to 4. So let's get to the second question. Look at the given equation. H is equal to 6 plus 4 cos 15p. And they said we should find the value of p when h is 9. So I'll plug in 9 for h equals 6 plus 4 cos 15p. Now this 6 will come here to meet 9. So we have 9 minus 6 is 4 cos 15p. 9 minus 6 is 3 equals 4 cos 15p. I'll divide both sides by 4 to clear the coefficient to make cos 15p stay alone. Over 4 over 4. This cancels out. So cos 15p equals 3 divided by 4 is around 0.75. So how do you now get the value of this? So 15p, which is here, is just a cos inverse of 0.5. So 15p equals a cos inverse of 0.75. So 15p will give us cos inverse of 0.75. So let's use calculator. Shift cos 0.75 will give us 41 point. They say two significant figure. So let's take 41.4 degrees here. 41.4 degrees. And to get the value of p, I have to divide by 15. I'll divide both sides by 15 to get the value of p. And when you divide 41.4 by 15 to two significant figure, they said it should be 2.8. 2.8 to two significant figures. So we have 2.8 to two significant figures. So that's this value of p. At this juncture, we are coming to the expiration of this episode, solving Waec past question. This is the theory past question number 1 to 4 of the 2015 question. If you like what you've seen, kindly hit the red button to subscribe to our channel. It costs you nothing, it only gives you notification whenever a new video is out.